Regarding the details of the mediation, we confirm that the state of Qatar, as part of its support for the efforts of our brothers in Pakistan, participated in the mediation team led by Pakistan. As for participation in Geneva, there is no doubt that the state of Qatar will be represented at this meeting, alongside the other regional states concerned.
Big update on the U.S. Iran deal memorandum emerges from a key Arab mediator. Qatar confirms it will attend the U.S. Iran deal signing ceremony in Switzerland. Doha says the crisis affected everyone as the deal ceremony draws closer. Qatar links its mediation role to the security of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Qatar points to positive developments even as uncertainty lingers over the reopening of Hormuz.
Regarding the details of the mediation, we confirm that the state of Qatar, as part of its support for the efforts of our brothers in Pakistan, participated in the mediation team led by Pakistan. As you know, following the meeting and discussions in Islamabad, efforts were made by various countries in the region, including the state of Qatar, to bridge the differences and bring this crisis, which has affected us all, to an end. Consequently, Qatar's role has focused primarily on supporting these Pakistani efforts and finding common ground between the two sides, thereby ensuring the continuation or resumption of normal shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, the continuation of the ceasefire, and progress towards negotiations between the two sides. As for participation in Geneva, there is no doubt that the state of Qatar will be represented at this meeting, alongside the other regional states concerned, and, naturally, in the presence of the Pakistani mediators and the parties to the crisis. As you know, Qatar is continuing its mediating role to end the ongoing war in the Gaza Strip and to support President Trump's plan in this regard. We have, of course, witnessed the meetings held in Egypt between the various regional parties and mediators, as well as the various Palestinian parties. The current aim is to achieve full implementation of the agreement. As you know, there are many challenges to the implementation of the agreement, and so the recent positive developments, namely, the reaching of understandings on certain points of contention, are, in our view, very important. However, I shall reserve comment on them until real achievements have been made that we can discuss within the framework of the mediation process.
The Strait of Hormuz is expected to reopen within days after the U.S. Iran peace deal is signed, but normal traffic will not resume overnight. Experts warn that a full return to normal operations could take a long time, as safety checks and demoning must be completed first. Commercial traffic may stay restricted because of the potential presence of naval mines that could still threaten tankers and cargo ships. Specialists estimate that clearing the strait and setting up safe navigation lanes could take around 40 to 50 days of intensive work. Minesweepers and underwater drones are likely to be deployed to inspect key choke points and secure the main shipping corridors. This process would gradually help shipping companies, insurers, and energy firms regain confidence in using the route at scale. Nearly 20% of global energy supplies transited Hormuz before the war. Iran repeatedly threatened to use sea mines to assert control over the strait. Even a small number of naval mines can threaten tankers and cargo ships. Tehran has not confirmed laying mines, but the US says the threat remains real. Washington claims it targeted Iranian vessels involved in suspected mine-laying missions. Germany's Navy said US and UK intel reported mines at 4 strait locations. Uncertainty still remains a major risk for ship traffic in Hormuz. Oil tankers carry cargoes worth hundreds of millions of dollars through Hormuz. Shipping body BIMCO warned it is still risky for vessels to freely transit. The shipping body said mine threats remain an immediate and long-term concern. Industry experts stress that verified mine-free corridors must be established first. Shipping executives say one mine strike could severely disrupt global trade routes. Global shipping firms are closely monitoring security conditions. With shipping risks still high, Western navies are already preparing for a Hormuz clearance phase once the ceasefire and deal take hold. Britain, France, and Germany have deployed warships and minesweepers that could be used in any multinational clearance effort. Despite repeated airstrikes, Iran is still believed to possess a significant stockpile of naval mines, according to expert assessments. The UN shipping chief has welcomed the Hormuz reopening plan, but also urged caution about promising an overly quick timeline. The US and Iran are expected to sign a peace agreement on June 19 in Switzerland, according to reports that cite officials and media on both sides. The specific details of the deal have not yet been published in full, with only selective leaks and brief hints emerging from Washington and Tehran. A 60-day round of talks on Iran's nuclear program is expected to begin after signing, alongside U.S. compensation measures outlined in the framework. With so much still undisclosed, speculation is rife over what else the U.S.-Iran peace agreement might include beyond nukes, Hormuz access, and financial relief. U.S. may halt oil sanctions under proposed agreement. Deal could include a $300 billion reconstruction package. $24 billion in frozen funds may be released. Iran's deputy FM says talks will start only after frozen assets are unlocked. U.S. officials reject claim that asset release is a precondition for talks. Reports suggest U.S. agreed to drop Iran's missile program from negotiations. Iran's support for Hezbollah, Houthis, Hamas said to be off the agenda. If true, deal would narrow talks to nuclear and sanctions issues. Tehran also wants UN Security Council restrictions lifted or cancelled. Reopening Hormuz is expected to be a key pillar of the U.S.-Iran understanding. Trump says Strait of Hormuz will reopen freely, without any transit tolls. Iranian media says Gulf shipping will be regulated with Oman, not fully unrestricted. Next phase of negotiations to focus heavily on Iran's nuclear program. Reports say Trump accepted uranium destruction or dilution inside Iran. Any uranium reduction would reportedly take place under UN supervision. Trump signals shift from zero enrichment demand to tightly capped enrichment. Trump says Iran will be allowed only low-level uranium enrichment under deal. US seeks strict limits to ensure Iran's program remains non-military. Trump vows Iran will never exceed agreed enrichment thresholds. White House says all 12 tons of enriched uranium must be removed or diluted. Trump proposes joint US-Iran effort to excavate and process uranium stockpile. Washington seeks near-immediate access to Iranian nuclear facilities. US official claims final deal aims to dismantle Iran's nuclear program. Tehran has not publicly endorsed Trump's proposed inspection framework. Mediator Pakistan says ceasefire deal includes Lebanon. Tehran claims Lebanon clause was a key condition for restraining retaliation. Iran demanded Israeli withdrawal from southern Lebanon. Israel rejected any obligation under the Lebanon provisions of the deal. Netanyahu told Trump Israel is not bound by Iran-US-Lebanon understandings. Israeli PM insists IDF forces will remain in current positions in Lebanon. Lebanon front could become first major test of any US-Iran accord.